What exactly makes a man high value? And how can you become that man yourself? When it comes to relationships, most people want to find someone they can trust and rely on. Someone who is strong and capable, someone with high value. So, here are 10 traits of a high value man. 1. He is confident. A high value man is confident in who he is. He doesn't try to fit in, or blend in with the crowd. Instead, he stands out in a good way. He doesn't care what people think. Instead, he walks his own path, no matter what others might think. He is secure in his strengths, weaknesses, and everything in between. He knows that each of us is human, and no one is perfect, and yet, he can still be a great role model to others. He is confident in his abilities, strengths, and passions. He knows who he is deep down inside, and is secure in his identity in this world. This confidence is an incredibly attractive trait, and when you see him being confident without being overly cocky, that's when you know he is a high-value man. 2. He takes care of himself. There is no question that taking care of oneself is important. After all, if we don't take care of ourselves, who will? However, oftentimes we can get so wrapped up in taking care of others that we forget to take care of ourselves. This is where the high-value man comes in. He understands the importance of taking care of himself and makes sure to do so, even when it's not convenient. This shows not only his commitment to his own well-being, but also his strength of character. When a man takes care of himself, it sends a strong message to those around him that he is a force to be reckoned with. 3. He has high self-esteem. Self-esteem is a key ingredient to a happy and successful life. It's what allows us to feel good about ourselves, despite our flaws. And it's something that high-value men have in abundance. Unlike low-value men, who are always looking for validation from others, high-value men don't need external approval to feel good about themselves. They know their worth, and they're confident in their abilities. This makes them attractive to women and respected by others. If you want to be like the high-value men out there, start by building up your self-esteem. Believe in yourself and your potential, and let go of the negative thoughts that hold you back. When you do this, you'll find that anything is possible. 4. He is honest to his own value system. We all have a personal value system that we live by. This is the set of beliefs and standards that guide our decisions and actions. And while we may not always be aware of it, this value system is a major influence on how we live our lives. For the most part, our values are based on what is important to us and what we believe is right or wrong. But sometimes, our values can conflict with those of other people or even with what society expects of us. When this happens, it can be difficult to know what to do. If you find yourself in a situation where your values are being challenged, it's important to remember that you have a right to stick to your own beliefs. You don't have to do what other people want you to do, and you shouldn't let anyone else control your life. Of course, this doesn't mean that you should go out of your way to offend or upset others. It's important to be respectful of other people's beliefs and opinions, even if you don't agree with them. But it's also important to be true to yourself, and to stand up for what you believe in. 5. He takes responsibility. A high-value man is someone who takes responsibility for his own life and the lives of those around him. He knows that he has the power to make things happen, and he does whatever it takes to get the job done. He isn't afraid of hard work or challenging situations, because he knows that ultimately he is in control. When something goes wrong, a high-value man steps up and takes responsibility instead of looking for someone else to blame. This shows strength of character and leadership ability, two qualities that are essential in any man worth dating. So if you're looking for a real man, look for someone who isn't afraid to take responsibility. He'll be the one who stands out from the rest. 6. He is intelligent. He may not have a PhD in physics, but he is smart enough to know what he is doing in life. He doesn't make rash decisions, and he knows when to ask for help. He doesn't try to solve every problem by himself. Instead, he knows that we all need help from others sometimes. He is curious, and he likes to learn. But you see, he doesn't just collect facts and figures. Instead, he applies what he learns to his life, and he is always growing. A high-value man doesn't just talk the talk. He walks the walk too. Simply put, he doesn't just have knowledge. He applies it in his life to make it better. He is eager to learn from others, and eager to teach what he knows. 7. He is emotionally intelligent. When you hear the term, emotionally intelligent, what comes to mind? Likely, some pretty impressive characteristics like being able to read people well and having a large vocabulary of emotive words. While these qualities are certainly a part of what makes someone emotionally intelligent, there's much more to it than that. In order to understand emotional intelligence, we must first define it. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to be aware of and manage one's own emotions, and the emotions of others. It's basically being aware of your own emotions and the emotions of those around you. It's one thing to be aware of your own emotions, but it's another thing entirely to know how to manage them. A high-value man is able to do just that. He knows how to take his emotions and use them in a positive way. For example, if he's feeling angry, he'll use that anger to motivate himself to take action. He won't let his emotions control him. 8. He has a growth mindset. It is said that the measure of a man is not in how he handles when things are easy, but instead in how he overcomes adversity. A high-value man understands this trait, and has a growth mindset, always striving to better himself regardless of the difficulties he faces. It is this unyielding determination and willingness to improve that makes him someone worth admiring and respecting. According to world-renowned Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck, people with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and feedback from others. This belief leads them to take on challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. 9. He is loyal. The high-value man is fiercely loyal to the people he loves. He'll step up to defend them, and he's not going to tolerate anyone in his life who can't be respectful of those relationships. This doesn't mean that he keeps people in his life who aren't good for him. It does mean that he will strongly value and protect all his relationships with unflinching loyalty. Because he pairs this with healthy values, he understands he can love someone and be loyal to their memory if they are no longer a good fit in his life. 10. He's financially responsible. Another key trait of the high-value man is that he is financially responsible. In a changing economy, this can be a sensitive topic. This doesn't mean he's wealthy. It does mean that he takes care of his financial responsibilities. If he has debt, he pays it on time. If he has a job, he faithfully shows up for it. He's managing his money, it's not managing him. He knows what a budget is and how to use it, and he's not living so far outside of his means that he'll never get his head above water. This is important. Even when someone has gone through a financial setback, how they move ahead is important. Consider their efforts. Are they making good decisions with their money or not? This is a big consideration when considering partnership. A high-value man is capable of financial independence and will be responsible with his income. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, be sure to subscribe.